Okay, we're back here at the Greatest Sports Channel, and we're doing the second uh, mock baseball game. These are the greatest players that have ever played, and we've got our third team, which consists of Joe Jackson, Tris Speaker, Richie Allen at third base, Mel Ott, Ernie Banks at short, Ed Delahanty, Dan Bruthers, two pre-1900 dead ball era players, catcher Roy Campanella, and second base Joe Morgan, and Cy Young pitching. And we have Ricky Henderson for the other team, Jackie Robinson, Joe DiMaggio, Hank Greenberg, Willie McCovey, Eddie Matthews, Joe Torre at catcher, Willie Stargell in the outfield, Joe Cronin shortstop, and Roger Clemens at pitcher. These are the third and fourth best teams of all time, and we're doing 3-inning games of the greatest games ever played. So we'll get right into it. Today our announcer is Harry Carey, and we will start off with Joe Jackson leading off against Roger Clemens. And we have the pitch. This is a game that we've invented called Megomatic Baseball. These are mock baseball games. And the first batter, Shoeless Joe Jackson, flies out. So we have one out in the first at-bat of a 3-inning game. Next batter up is Tris Speaker, playing outfield, hitting second for the third best team of all time. And he has a ground out. So we have 2 outs already, and that brings up Richie Allen, who is playing third base on the third best team of all time. Here, top of the first against Roger Clemens, Richie Allen at the plate. And the result is a ground out. So we have 3 up, 3 down, first inning. Get right away to the Cy Young pitching against the leadoff hitter for team number 4 in our tournament, the fourth best team of all time, Ricky Henderson, leading off. And that result is a triple for Ricky Henderson. So good start for team number 4. Next pitch coming from Cy Young to Jackie Robinson, hitting second for team number 4. And the result is a base hit, so he knocks him in. Ricky Henderson scores. We got 1-0. And Jackie Robinson on first. Joe DiMaggio is up against Cy Young. Here comes the pitch. And the result is a flyout. So we got 1 out. All of these players have been chosen from the book that I wrote called The Greatest, which determined the greatest players in the history of baseball using the absolute adjusted slugging percentage ratio. So you can see that in the book called The Greatest by Mark Megna. And Hank Greenberg's result against Cy Young here is a walk. So we have first and second. Jackie Robinson moves to second. We have 1 out, and that brings up DH Willie McCovey. McCovey with the pitch coming from Cy Young. We play all these games here at Wrigley Field, and today's announcer is Harry Carey. The result is Willie McCovey, a flyout. So we got 2 outs. That brings up third baseman Eddie Matthews with 2 outs, and we've got a 1-0 score. Bottom of the first, the action continues. The result is a flyout. We got 3 outs, so the score is 1-0. Get right to the top of the second. Mel Ott at the plate, playing first base, hitting cleanup for team number 3 against Roger Clemens. These are all-time greats. Mel Ott. The result is a K. Roger Clemens strikes out Mel Ott. That brings up Ernie Banks. Let's play 2. Mr. Cub. Ernie Banks at the plate. And the result is a flyout. We got 2 outs, and that brings up Big Ed Delahanty, a Hall of Famer, pre-1900 baseball player. Not everybody knows him, but is one of the greatest players of all time. Ed Delahanty draws a walk. That brings up Dan Bruthers, who, according to the book The Greatest, is the 11th greatest player of all time, also not well known in history, but is in the Hall of Fame. Dan Bruthers with the pitch. We got a double. So we got second and third. We got trouble brewing for Roger Clemens. That brings up catcher Roy Campanella. Campanella at the plate. Only played 10 major league seasons, but he is the third best catcher of all time. And the result is got him swinging. So that's 3 outs, 0 score for team number 3. That brings up bottom of the second. Catching is Joe Torre for team number 4, going against Cy Young. And the result is a base hit for Joe Torre. He's on first. That brings up Willie Stargell. Stargell at the plate against Cy Young in this second mock baseball game, greatest baseball games ever played. Willie Stargell up, and the result is a flyout. 1 out. Joe Cronin up. Shortstop Joe Cronin hitting ninth for team number 4 against Cy Young. And the result is another flyout. We got 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. Rickey Henderson up. Man on first. Rickey Henderson 2 outs. Joe Torre's on first. Cy Young's pitch is in. And the result is a strikeout. So, gets out of that inning. It is still 1-0. Last chance in these 3-inning games. Joe Morgan up against Roger Clemens. Has to get something going to keep this game alive. These are only 3-inning games. Joe Morgan up. And the result is a flyout. That brings up Shoeless Joe Jackson. We got 1 out. They just cannot get anything going. Team number 3 against Roger Clemens pitching a gem. And the result is another flyout for Shoeless Joe Jackson. 2 outs. We are up to the last batter. Last out. Tris Speaker. The pitch on the way. 1-0. Team to 4 winning. The pitch to Tris Speaker. And the result is a strikeout. Clemens strikes out the last batter, and that is it. The final result of the second mock game, greatest games of all times, live broadcast here by Harry Carey. Team number 4, the 4th best team of all time, wins 1-0. Roger Clemens picks up the win. Rickey Henderson on the recap was 1 for 2 with a triple. Jackie Robinson 1 for 1 base hit. Joe DiMaggio had a flyout. Hank Greenberg had a walk. McCovey a flyout. Eddie Matthews a flyout. So Jackie Robinson had the sole RBI of the game. Joe Torre had a single. Stargell and Cronin were both 0 for 1. Clemens is our MVP of the game. Pitches 3 scoreless innings. There's nothing to speak of. On the other side, team number 3 only had 1 walk and 1 hit by Dan Bruthers. So that's it. The second mock game, greatest games of all time. Team number 4 wins 1-0.